Okay, mic check. What's up, y'all? It's your boy D, and I'm back wearing Deming, my personal clothing brand. But today I wanted to switch it up for you guys and bring y'all a reaction video because I know some people get bored of the same content every day, and I know y'all just don't want to sit here and look at my beautiful face all the time. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, so let's get into the video. So today's topic is about he's 40 and he wasted his life. So my teens, my 18-year-olds, let's just look.
I'm 40 and I wasted my life. I've got nothing to show for it. No how.
Now, I would say starting off, I would say he clearly didn't waste his life, because if you wasted your life, like, you still look put together. I still can see some stuff in the background. Like, it still looks like you have a home. It still looks like you're, like, you feel me? It looks like you're not doing bad. You're not homeless, no nothing like that. So wasting your life is kind of crazy. But I forgot some people have different goals than me, and some people know when they hit rock bottom. Because I wouldn't say I wasted my life. Like, I wouldn't say I wasted my teen years because I don't have a Mercedes that I wanted. I'm not out of my parents' house like I wanted. I wouldn't say I wasted my teen years though. But let me give him a chance.
No savings, no career that I'm proud of. I'm pouring everything that I have into this channel because I've got nothing else. And if you're in your 20s or even your early 30s and you think you've got time, I'm telling you right now, you don't. I wish I had someone in my life when I was younger, someone who actually cared enough about me and was smart enough to show me how life really worked, how women really operated, and what I actually needed to focus on.
I hate to pause the video, but I definitely agree with him on that, because my parents used to say a lot, like, life will kick your A word, but like, they never taught me well how not to get like they tell you what can happen, but they don't tell you how to prevent that, if that makes sense. Like, the gems that they drop are like little glass pebbles compared to the diamonds that we need to succeed in this life. And that's why I tell you to learn on your own. Don't depend on nobody. But
have that. I was getting all of my ideas about love and success and women from movies and idiots my own age who didn't know anything at all. So there was no sense of urgency, no perspective, just vibes and dumb plans, and this fantasy that everything would somehow work itself out, and it didn't. In my 20s, I thought I was, super deep and cool, and because I had tattoos, and I knew some obscure bands, and played drums, and I thought being different was a personality. I wasn't building anything real. I was just chasing sex and novelty, hooking up with women because I was addicted to the high, not the connection, just the rush. I spent more time crushing on church girls who didn't like me, and hanging out at coffee shops and smoking cigarettes, drinking lattes, and going to hardcore shows.
so, like, the normal 20s life, from what I hear from a lot of people, because I'm not even 18 yet, but the normal 20s life that I hear, like all the partying and stuff like that, especially in college. So yeah, I definitely see what he's saying.
I did more of that than I did doing anything that would help me long term. At 23, I was playing ding dong ditch with my friends, like I was 13 again, thinking it was hilarious, which it was, but fun times. But I wasted so many hours just trying to get validation from people who didn't care if I lived or died. at the end of the day. I thought my life was meaningful because it looked cool in photos, looked cool on MySpace. But, all I was doing was burning through the most valuable years of my life. The years where I had the most energy, the most flexibility, and the most time to build something meaningful. Nobody told me I was wasting it. Nobody. And when the world sees you drifting, it doesn't intervene. It just keeps feeding you distraction after distraction, lie after lie, while profiting off of your blindness and ignorance. And then fast forward into my late 20s, then I got into a relationship that wrecked my life. She got pregnant and everything changed. And I love my son. I would never undo that. But that relationship, it was a disaster. I did not know how to choose wisely at all. I confused chaos and passion and intensity with love because no one ever taught me the difference. I thought it was normal for things to be dramatic and unpredictable. I thought that meant we were meant to be or something. I don't know. But I don't know what was going on, but instead I ended up in family court fighting for time with my own son, treated like an intruder and a criminal for wanting to be a father. And then
I hear that a lot. And really it's just because people go into relationships without any meaning, no marriage, no goals, no similarities. It's just, we have a connection through the physical, if y'all get what I mean. Like, we have good intercourse, like toxic relationships, and then it's so sad, and then you bring new life into the situation. Now this new life has to deal with both parties. And like he said, he loves his son to death, I'm pretty sure. But it's like, a child shouldn't be born into that because you're making decisions like this, especially in your 20s. And if you're gonna be out here, at least like try to prevent it. Like, wear condoms. Females, get on birth control. Like, I would just say that.
30s, my 30s weren't the best years of my life. You hear that a lot. Your 30s will be the best years of your life. 30s and 40s. 30s were a nightmare. I was broke. I was depressed. I was isolated, missing my son constantly, and dealing with games and lies and schemes my ex would pull to destroy the bond between me and my son. I wasn't just dealing with grief. I was dealing with a system that didn't care if I disappeared. And
sometimes life throws you a curve, like juggling college expenses and care for my dad, a Regent's green print.
And yeah, a few times I, in the midst of all that, tried to date again. I finally started to see what I'd been blind to in my 20s. I was no longer that 27-year-old stuck in a 500 days of summer mindset, falling for manic pixie dream girls, just because they liked the Shins too. Now I saw the red flags clearly. Girls with baby rabies, daddy issues, manipulation, all of it. I could spot it instantly. I was like a bloodhound for that kind of thing. It's easy to detect now. That's the part that stings the most. Now I'm 40. I hate my job. But it's not just that. I'm disillusioned by the world. Once you see how everything really works, how broken it all is, you cannot unsee it.
Waking up to that matrix. And he's saying this at this age. Imagine waking up to the matrix at my age, in your teen years. It can make or break you.
Everything feels fake. The economy is a scam. Inflation is gutting families. People are more isolated than ever before. No one's honest. No one's fulfilled. And there's a deep apathy baked into everything now. That's why I'm here. This isn't a content hobby for me. This is me refusing to stay silent. This is me using what I have left to build something real. Because the clock is ticking. And also, you know, if I die before I can tell my son any of this, before he can know, I mean, he's almost 11, but I want my son to know that his dad didn't just give up, that I fought very hard and went through a lot, and that I bled in silence, that I fought to stay in his life tooth and nail. I fought to become something that he could.
One thing I do respect is the love for his son and how he keeps mentioning him, because some dads is where, like, in some situations it's like the dad doesn't deal with the mom, so his kids don't even matter anymore because the mom pushed him to a point where he can't care anymore. But I respect that.
Proud of, and I fought against a system that was way bigger than myself, that tried to break me. And so this channel, Dad Mode and Dark Mode, is part of that fight. It's my record. It's my time capsule, my legacy. It's my proof that I didn't just drift off into silence and was just passive. And I hope one day, when he's ready, he'll understand all of this. And so, you know, if you're in your 20s right now and you're listening to this, stop thinking you've got unlimited time. Stop doing it. You don't have unlimited time. You think it's harmless to keep chasing women and wasting money and avoiding responsibility. But one day, you'll wake up and you'll realize you've got no leverage. You've got no power, absolutely no clarity, and no way to get those years back. One day you will wake up and you will be 40. You will be stuck working a job that you hate with nothing to show for it except memories that don't even matter. That you constantly think about, and it leaves you with no air in your lungs. This pain, you know it. You know what that pain is when you think about, you know, what once was. But yet every hour you waste now is a debt you're going to have to pay later. You should be building something. Skills, discipline, financial stability, wisdom, a backbone. And if you don't know where to start, I wrote something for you. It's called Dark Mode Protocol. You can find the link in my channel description. I'll leave it in the video description as well. And it's not inspirational fluff. It's not a self-help book. It's a survival guide for men who are sick of being lied to and want to start thinking clearly and acting with purpose. I'll go ahead and also whatever it is, I'll leave the link on the screen too to go read it, and subscribe if you haven't already and you're building something.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure he's ending off at that note. Just a reflection. I think the moral of the story is you don't want to spend so much time stuck in, like, throwing off your future, like, I got time, like basically procrastinating, because when that time does come, you cannot go back to the past when it comes to age, when it comes to time, and even some opportunities. So I completely understand the message of his story. But I want to thank you guys for watching this video all the way through. I love you guys, and like I said, I want to do more content like this because I feel like it's more enjoyable rather than y'all just hear me talking, but I am going to give you some more of those videos. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and comment down what you think about this topic, because I really think he dropped some gems, and I wish the video was longer, but hey, we get what we get and we don't throw a fit. Bye, y'all.